All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music and doing it in real time for a couple of real people out there, just like you right there, and just like me here. Clickbait video coming. All right, let's just throw it out there. So, Journey's coming out with a new song, and I think it's inspired by something Steve Perry has thought about. Okay, I'm just putting it out there, right? So you can't say it's new music by Steve Perry. Some channels may try to do that. I've really seen some interesting things, like an old remixed Journey song, and the channel says new music by Steve Perry. And everybody's like, "Ooh, I want to grab this and click and double click and triple click," right? So it's Steve Perry inspired new material coming from Journey. It's inspired by Steve. I know it is, because let me give you the title, right? So Jonathan Cain has said the song is called Tonight It's All About This Town. Now, doesn't that sound very Don't Stop Believin'-ish? Doesn't it? So it's inspired by Steve Perry. So for you Steve Perry fans, this is something you should check out. If you love Steve Perry, you should check out the new Journey song, which hasn't been released yet, but will be released any moment, according to Jonathan Cain. They asked Cain, this is in a new interview, are you currently working on stockpiling material for what could be a follow-up to this masterpiece here? By the way, this this could have been a masterpiece, but between the record label and the production value and the fact they had probably too many songs on it, and many of the songs didn't sound like traditional Journey stuff, or at least recent Journey stuff. I was a cheerleader for this when it came out, and in hindsight, there are some issues with it, but it's still something you should purchase. If you're a Journey junkie, you should have freedom. See, I have freedom. You have freedom. Now, Cain says that he doesn't know if they're coming out with another album. He says here, it's so tough out there. We had hoped for better results with Freedom, even though it was a cut and paste, a bit of an experiment during COVID. The COVID song I wrote with Neil, The Way We Used to Be, was tongue-in-cheek all the way. And we weren't able to release it in time, so it didn't get much love. Now, I might add here that when this album was recorded, the band had zero chemistry together. Zero, and they weren't together, right? They weren't recording in the same area, in the same room. And I think that certainly made this album it sounded a little bland in places. Now, again, if I'm the record label, I'm not releasing the songs that they released. There is really great stuff on this album. United We Stand was a good song that they could have released. My favorite song, Together We Run, which would be a song you would play right before Don't Stop Believin'. You would. That would be like a warm-up for Don't Stop Believin'. Just like Don't Give Up on Us would be a warm-up for Separate Ways. They could play both of those songs in concert, and I think people wouldn't run to the restrooms or to the merch stand. But just putting it out there. These guys sometimes listen to me. They don't ever get back to me and say, hey, that was a good idea. But if you go back a ways on this channel, I told Neil that the benefit concert in San Francisco, they should record it, make a DVD out of it. You can go back and watch those videos. And sure enough, they recorded it and they put out a DVD. And I actually have it somewhere in the stack behind me. And it's really great. If you're a Journey junkie, you should definitely check that out as well. Of course, I think Neil got in a little trouble because it's Journey Through Time. If you call it something else, I don't think it's as popular, but I don't think the guys in the band really appreciated that. So yeah, this suffered from a few different issues. I think if they went in, remixed, re-recorded, rearranged, and maybe dropped a few of these songs, I'm not sure why they play Let It Rain. I think that's the least current Journey sounding song. Now, again, if you're a fan of Neil's Spaceman Afro, that is the kind of material that he was recording back on those first three albums. But the current Journey fan base is really not down with the super old stuff. There are a few fans that are okay with it, but I'd like to hear more of that traditional Journey sound that was established once Steve Perry, who, by the way, inspired this new track. Steve Perry inspired it. I'm telling you, it's definitely got a Steve Perry feel to it. Now, I haven't heard it. Now, if somebody wants to send it to me, I could probably get a copy of this and listen to it. I should bug somebody for this because I know a couple of people who may have it. Probably unfinished. But anyway, this song is called Tonight. It's all about this town, or just this town. It's about the fans and the 50-year relationship we've had with them. Again, it sounds very Steve Perry-ish. We wrote it about their loyalty. It's a little bit of a, I don't know if it's a jab at Steve Perry, because Neil Sean's been sending those out, and Neil, he wants to take credit for stuff like, hey, we've kept the franchise alive, whereas Perry wants to say, hey, without me and all of these great songs that I helped write, there wouldn't be a franchise. And both guys, in their own way, are telling the truth, right? They're fighting a little bit by proxy. Like I said the other day, it's kind of like a proxy war. Like, hey, without me, you guys would be nothing. And hey, without us keeping your memory alive, you would be forgotten about. So it's wonderful. I would love to see, right? And it would never happen. These are just things I throw out there, things that will never happen for 1,000, Alex, right? So imagine if Perry, Sean, and Kane just got in a room and wrote songs together. If those three guys got in a room and wrote songs for Journey, right? I'm not sure who's going to sing those songs, though. That's the problem. I don't know if the current guy can do it, just being honest. I mean, he's okay in the studio, maybe. I don't think Steve could do it, but maybe. But if they got in a room and wrote songs for a Journey album, I think that would be amazing. Now, I don't think that's ever going to happen. So, these, again, ideas that, see, Journey will listen to me, but Steve Perry will never, he'll never come out of hiding, I don't think. He'll do it for his own solo material. And I'm thinking this year, I think I said it last year too, but after Perry came out and said that he would like to tour, remember a few months ago, I think he may have one more album to put out there. And if he's going to put it out, it's got to be this year. It's really has to be this year. I can't see him waiting any longer to do it. And as far as touring, nothing is really urgent. Let me put it that way. With Steve Perry, it's not urgent. Okay, it's not Foreigner. It's more very slow. Okay, and if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't surprise me at all. But yeah, it sounds like this song has a Steve Perry theme to it, and it could be a song you play right after Don't Stop Believin', right? You could play Together We Run right before it, and then you could play this new song. Although that might be too much new material for concert goers. They can't handle the new material, and they might just run to the parking lot at that stage, even though they've dropped like $800 between the tickets, the parking, and the merchandise, and the $14 beer. Actually, someone told me it went up to $18. It's probably 20. Just give them a 20 for a bottle, right? You can go buy a case somewhere else, but it's 20. 20 for a bottle of beer. I would just say, screw it. I'm just going to watch the concert. Can I have a water? Yeah, that'll be $4. But, the water, at least it's going to keep you hydrated, whereas the alcohol will dehydrate you. And by like 10:30, you're looking at your watch, if you still wear a watch, or you're just looking at your phone because you've been looking at your phone the whole time anyway. And you're saying, man, it's getting late. I wish I was home right now. I'm sorry. I should just promote that concert industry. You know what? You need more afternoon concerts, weekend afternoon concerts. I know logistically that's difficult. All right. But was it Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a big Bruce Springsteen fan? She said, hey, why don't you do like an afternoon concert? That way I'll be able to watch the whole thing. without getting tired. I mean, people, when they get over 50, 60, they want to go to bed. They want to go to sleep. It's just, I think most people, actually, regardless of age, would prefer to be home, resting, relaxing, and not having to battle traffic. And again, you get out of the concert. I should probably wear these things at the concert because then maybe I'd be able to hear when I get out. So, one more time, the song is called Tonight. It's all about this town, or that's the hook. The song itself is just called This Town. Not to be confused with the Go-Go's had a song called This Town, I think, right? The Go-Go's, who are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But America is not. The Guess Who, not in the Hall of Fame. But the Go-Go's, Carmine Appice, we did an interview, and Carmine was like all about the Go-Go's, just saying, the Go-Go's are in? Why are the Go-Go's in? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. You're not in. Carmine's not in, but the Go-Go's are in. It's great. All right. So Journey and Freedom. There you go. Check it out. It's not so bad. They should remix it. They should remaster it. And then they should put out maybe a truncated version, not an Eddie Trunk version, but a truncated version of the album with just the good stuff. And then call radio stations and say, hey, Together We Run. Come on, man. It's a good single. Put it out there. Remixed, better than ever. Better vocals, better guitar work. Yeah, they could redo it. All right. I'm done. Thanks for watching. God bless everyone. Pray for 2024. What else can happen in 2024? It's just a crazy year.